So I'm just doing a quick check-in because I'm getting ready for Sunday dinner, which is tomorrow. But I started prepping tonight because it's going to be a pretty big Sunday dinner. These are black eyed peas, and I have my collards going. Tonight I'll be prepping barbecue shepherd's pie. These are going to be for my oxtails for tomorrow. I'm making a peach cobbler, white Hennessy dump cake, and it's going to be a lot of food tomorrow. So I'm off tomorrow. I decided to invite my family and friends. So like I was saying, I was making a pretty big Sunday dinner tomorrow. I'm going to have Jamaican oxtails, fried chicken, barbecue shepherd's pie, black eyed peas, collard greens. It's going to be some southern fried corn, a peach cobbler, white Hennessy dump cake, butter pecan cornbread. So family and friends will be here tomorrow. And guess what? I'm going to have it all spread out for you guys to watch tomorrow. So tune in to my She Cooked It page on YouTube. See you tomorrow. Okay, so I'm getting my potatoes ready for my shepherd's pie. My black eyed peas are still going. So this is just cream cheese, potatoes, the yolk of an egg, garlic, and a little bit seasoning. So I'm getting ready to whip those up into shape. And these are going to go on top of the shepherd's pie. Before I turn on my hand mixer, I like to just mash them a little bit. Okay, so we got those whipped into shape. So now I have my ground meat that I'm using for my shepherd's pie. You can mix this with a chopped beef, or you can do all ground meat, or you can do all chopped beef. So I'm just going to add a little bit of onions and bell peppers to this, and a little bit more seasoning, and then I'll come back with my barbecue sauce and add it to the meat and let it just kind of get thickened up with that sauce, and that'll be the base of our shepherd's pie. So I've added a little bit of seasoning to that. I added garlic powder, black pepper, and just a little bit of onion powder. So now I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce, and after that we'll add the barbecue sauce mixture. My daughter said, what? Did y'all hear her? So we're just going to stir these around just a bit, and then we'll come back with the barbecue sauce mixture, which is, so what's in here is the barbecue sauce, water, and a little bit of flour. I use the flour to thicken up. Yes, baby. Yes, it's right there. I use the flour to thicken up the sauce. gonna let this cook for another 3 to 5 minutes and let those flavors just kind of marry together. So this is what it will look like once it's done and it's ready to be layered for the shepherd's pie. So this is the meat and the potato, sorry, not potatoes, the meat, the onions, the bell peppers, the barbecue sauce mixture, and just a little bit of seasoning and Worcestershire sauce. So we're gonna get ready to layer it up for the shepherd's pie. So we're gonna start with the first layer of the shepherd's pie. And that's gonna be the meat mixture. So on top of that meat, you want to add whatever your vegetable preference is. And I say that because you can use peas and carrots, you can use corn, you can use mixed vegetables, whatever your preference is. So I use both. I use peas and carrots, and I use mixed vegetables. Some people just use corn, but I do like color in my food, so I use peas and carrots or mixed vegetables. So the top layer is going to be the whipped potatoes that we made earlier. So we're just gonna dollop these over the top and spread it out. And then we'll finish the top of that with a little bit of paprika. And then we bake this in the oven for about 30 minutes or until the top of the potatoes are like golden brown. So now that we've gotten our potatoes on the top layer, I like to just put some fork marks in mine. So I just wet my fork and slide it through. It just makes it a little more appealing to the eye when it's done. What are you doing, little girl? So you just glide this through your potatoes, and you don't even have to do this. It's just a preference. I just believe that people eat with their eyes first. So the better it looks, the better on the eye. And I'm just gliding it through. And if you really want to get fancy, you can always put this in a squeeze bag and squeeze it out in a design and use whichever tip that you like to use, like you're decorating a cupcake. So I'm just adding a little bit of smoked paprika to the top of this, and then this will go in the oven for about 45 minutes. And that's our shepherd's pie. Okay, so for dessert today, for Sunday dinner, we're gonna have what I like to call a peach cobbler dump cake. And in the dump cake, my dad used to make this when I was growing up all the time. He always made his in a cast iron skillet. So today we're just gonna make a simple dump cake. Your 12-year-old, your 10-year-old could probably make it. You just probably have to watch them, but your kids can make this. So here I have canned peaches. And to those canned peaches, we're gonna add some black gold. I got this in Mexico on my last cruise. I'm getting ready to go on another one. So I'll be restocking the vanilla and I'll be restocking on my white Hennessy. So we're gonna add some of the white Hennessy to it also. Now this is based on preference. I'm not trying to get anybody drunk, so I'm doing 3 tablespoons. I don't know what you guys do at your Sunday dinners, but you can put as much as you want to. So now we're gonna add a couple of dashes of cinnamon to this. And then I like to squeeze a fresh lemon into it also. Now I don't add any sugar because these canned peaches are already in a syrup. So that's pretty much all the sugar you need. And then there's natural sugars in the peaches. So you don't really need more sugar. Again, that's based on preference. So I just give this a quick whirl around just to see what my color looks like, to see if I want to add anything else to it. And I think I'm going to add just a little bit more cinnamon. And just maybe 3 dashes of nutmeg. Very little nutmeg. In fact, sometimes I don't even use the nutmeg. So to the top of this, we're gonna add, you can just get a regular box cake. Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines, and just get the traditional butter cake. And you're basically just dumping this on the top of your mixture. That's why it's called a dump cake. And that's why I say your kids can make it. It's easy. I don't do a lot of baking, so this is like perfect for me. So if you like it really crusty, you could do a box and a half on top if you like a lot of crust. And so now you're gonna go, let's see. This is when you add your butter pieces, and you wanna fill the entire top of this dump cake with butter, because that's pretty much what cooks your crust throughout this process. This butter is frozen, so. And you'll probably end up using a stick and a half. I'm gonna get another stick out to put on top too, so I'm gonna use a stick and a half. These didn't slice so well because they were frozen, but I'm gonna add some more butter to it because that's not enough. So after you get all of your butter slices added to the top, you just go back over that top with more of the cinnamon. And if you're not a cinnamon lover, you don't have to use it. So this will go in the oven, and this will bake for probably close to an hour because it takes time for that cake to actually go into a crust, like a cobbler crust. So when this comes out of the oven, we'll come back with the results. That is a peach cobbler dump cake. So this is going to be for my corn mixture. I did sausage, bell peppers and onions, garlic, and a couple of my favorite seasonings. And I'm just gonna add my corn to it. This is Sunday dinner. We're still going. What are y'all cooking today? So we're still mixing up the corn. This is what it looks like so far in the process. We've added our butter. We've added our peppers. I added the red bell peppers last because I don't want them to lose their color in the cooking process. This is my southern fried corn. This is Sunday dinner, y'all. I have not cooked Sunday dinner this year. Just a lot of changes in my life, but today I decided I'm gonna get back to my roots, doing what I love, bringing family and friends together, and we're gonna eat, and we're gonna be blessed, and we're gonna be full. So I started with the butter and flour, and I've added my half and half, and this is the start of my macaroni and cheese. I have several recipes that I use, and this is just one of them. This is one of my quicker versions. So I just wanted to whisk that to make sure there's no flour clumps in here. And so now we're gonna start adding our cheeses. Actually, I'm gonna add just a little bit more half and half to it. I was saying earlier, that's my daughter's tablet you hear in the background, so. Okay, so we got that going. So in just a second, we'll start adding our cheeses. Okay, so I'm getting ready to add the cheeses. So I'll tell you the cheeses as I go. I'm starting off with some shredded Gouda. I'm using all shredded cheeses today. This is the Gouda cheese. Then I'm gonna follow that up with some white cheddar cheese. And next is gonna be the Monterey Jack. So I'm not counting the cheeses, you have to count them. Let me know how many I used. So this is the Monterey Jack cheese. And now we're gonna do a sharp cheddar. And I want more of that sharp cheddar. And then we're gonna do mozzarella. Tristan, you need to get some water? Do you need some water?
Do I?
Yeah, you were coughing. So yeah, this is the mixture I'm using for my macaroni and cheese for Sunday dinner today. We're just gonna let this melt down, and then we're gonna add that processed Velveeta. And that is all the cheese that's going in there for now. So we're just going to continue to stir this up. And we're going to use this to layer our macaroni and cheese. So we'll add a little bit to the pasta noodles. And then we'll use the rest to do the layers on the mac and cheese so that it's creamy throughout the mac and cheese. So I'm going to give it a few minutes, and then I'll come back and add my spices to it. So essentially, this is what you want your cheese sauce to look like. And there's still some unmelted cheese in there, so we're almost there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my seasonings, which is a little bit of garlic powder. Summer. It's not Sunday dinner if the kids aren't involved. So this is the black pepper. And I'm giving away one of my secret ingredients to one of my macaroni and cheese recipes for today. But this is onion powder, but my secret ingredient is a little bit of Dijon mustard. Just a little bit. I promise you it gives your macaroni and cheese a kick that you didn't even see coming. It's really good. So I want to add 1 or 2, 3 dashes of paprika, and then this will be done. So what we'll do is start transferring some of it over into our pasta noodles. And then after that, we'll start layering it. So that's off. I'm going to bring this over just a bit to ladle in some of the cheese sauce. You see how thick that is? Let's see. It's a beautiful color. You can see the sprinkles of paprika throughout it. So we're just going to stir this in, and then we'll do a layer. So we just stir this in. And then we'll just start layering it into the pan. Okay, so we got the first layer going. So I've added that to the pan, and we're just gonna put some of the cheese sauce on top of that. And then we're gonna add some more cheese to it. There we go. So now we're gonna do another layer. So we're gonna add a few slices of butter. Another layer of the cheese sauce, and then we'll top it off with cheese. And we're just gonna add the rest of our cheese. And we're gonna top that with a little bit of paprika, and it's going in the oven. That's it. That's our mac and cheese for today. Okay, getting ready to do this cornbread mixture. So it's just cornbread mix, honey, eggs, and the pecans. And then I'm gonna make a butter pecan, brown sugar butter pecan drizzle for the top. Sunday dinner going. These are the collard greens, the cornbread, the black eyed peas, the shepherd's pie, we got fried chicken, we have bacon wrapped shrimp, bacon wrapped jalapenos, mac and cheese, southern fried corn, and then I'll show you the oxtails and the rice and then the dump cake later. So I just wanted to record what was left of Sunday dinner. And it's a whole lot of nothing left. It's Sunday dinner, which I love. This was the oxtails, this was the rice that went along with it. Sunday dinner, y'all. I'm back and I'm doing what I love. Sunday dinners. Empty plates. Full bellies. Be blessed.